We're going to answer an age-old question today dealing with a test versus a control. When we're running a simple test to make a change to my process, should I take samples from the old process, my control, and if so, how many? Well, that's more like two questions, but both are important. You've got a process that's running relatively stable for you. You want to do some process improvement, so you propose running a test. You're going to change some aspect of the process and see if there is a statistical difference. Sounds reasonable, no? Should you bother taking samples from your old process, the control, and comparing them? The answer is always, if you can, you should. Now, in class, you learned about a one sample t-test where you can compare a sample against a hypothesized value. Why couldn't you just compare your test data to the process historical average? Well, one of MoreSteam's bumper stickers is appropriate here. Shift happens. What if the process shifted while you were running the test? Your test just so happened to be caught up during that shift. You say, what are the odds of that? Maybe small. But if your long term average is a combination of many small shifts, maybe it's not the most representative of estimates. During that historical time, you weren't carefully watching all of the data. Maybe something is going on you don't know about. So here's the approach. Take a control sample, carefully monitoring everything. Make the process change and collect your test sample. Now, go back, change the process back to the old settings, and collect another sample. Whoa, we just went from a two sample t-test to three samples. What gives here? You need to verify that the control samples are equivalent before and after. If before and after are the same, great. Trust in the result of the test sample, do a one-way ANOVA, and follow up with multiple comparison methods. But if the controls are different, what's correct? If the controls are different, then can you really believe the results of your test? So while you ponder that thought, please like and subscribe down below. Thank you. Now, the other question that comes into play is sample size. I'll save you the educational lecture. Power is maximized for the total sample size when you divide equally the sample size into testing controls. But sometimes that's not possible. So you're now faced with a question. Do I run more on the test or more on the control? Ask nearly everyone and they will instinctively say, put more on the test. Now that's a great thought, but it's incorrect. You want more on the control to verify that the control is what you think it is. So why is that? If the test does not come out to be significant, well, it could be a type 2 error, and you can figure out what the power of your test was. So if you see a signal, but it isn't statistically significant, make a case for more samples and run it again. But you really want to avoid is the type 1 error of thinking there is a difference when there really is not. Because this error costs your business significant money in expense and sometimes even capital dollars. Of course, by the time the changes are made, you're in your new job and your replacement has to deal with your mistake. As the replacement to bad decisions, been there, done that, Absolutely no fun. Hey, they ran a test and it worked then. Gotta make it work now. The dashboard is red. Meanwhile, you're sitting on a beach enjoying that bonus money for a job not done so well. Huh? Such is life. Upshot, get the best estimates of your control that you can.